And by this, I will introduce you guys to the first speaker, which is Dr. Wendy Tan. Wendy is a managing partner of the Flame Center, award-winning thought leader, and author of Wholeness in a Disruptive World and Learning Agility, Relearn, Reskill, and Reinvent. Wendy Tan combines entrepreneurship, research, and a commitment to a lifelong learning. And during her psychology PhD studies at Nanyang Technological University, she built her team all while being a chauffeur to 3 competitive swimmers. Wendy's work focused on cultivating uniquely human skills to thrive in a digital world, helping purpose-driven organizations and government agencies build agile, high-performing teams. Recognized by HRO Today and InnovPlus Spark Awards, she brings research-backed strategies to empower professionals to learn, adapt, and reach their full potential. And so, let's welcome Wendy.
Thank you so much, Hilma, for your kind introduction, and very happy to be here as a speaker to share about this work on longevity and workforce transformation. Very excited to be sharing this platform together with Brenda, Elias, and Lloyd as well. Obviously, we all have different parts of this puzzle, given our expertise in the different area. So I want to jump in to share from my perspective, this whole issue around workforce transformation. So we are faced with these issues today, right? Burnout is really high, and there's a high level of anxiety. I hear many working professionals, L&D leaders, and even just leaders in general talk about the need to change very quickly and the uncertainty. So all that is very unsettling, right? And as we are doing this, we really need the teams to come together. And when anxiety is high, emotions are high, and burnout is like on the edge, right? That's where, we don't have the fundamentals to work well and to thrive. So I think one key part of this is, who are you as an individual, as a, where is your health? And Elias will speak to that, right? And where is your emotional level? Brenda will speak to that, right? And this part the puzzle that I'm looking at, this burnout and disengagement, is around wholeness, right? That we need to build whole leaders and whole teams, because our wholeness as an individual creates conditions for our teams to be whole, right? And we all need to work together really under these kind of stressful situations, right? And so the level of emotional connection amongst team members, the level of trust that we can talk about issues and difficult issues, and to say, how you can help me, or maybe even how you have offended me, and to be able to iron out these issues, I think that's what a whole team is. So that's part of the work that I do. And a second issue is that we are very concerned about these days. An MIT study showed that with inappropriate use of AI tools, we run the real risk of our critical thinking, right, being eroded. It shows that our brain disengagement is high when we're just using AI tools compared to Google search, compared to the old-fashioned way of doing it ourselves. And yet at the same time, we also cannot afford not to use AI tools, right? The world is charging ahead. And I just came back from the US, and the world is talking about how many headcounts I can cut, how many jobs will be lost, right? And young graduates in Singapore not being able to find jobs. All these are symptoms to the problem that we are facing today, right? And it requires a new narrative. It's not just about using AI tools to be more productive, to save jobs, to improve profitability. But I think here we are needing to have a new narrative conversation, understanding about what does it mean to think with AI. It's not as simple as using AI tools, or it's really in this human plus machine collaboration. Recently, I attended a talk, and the speaker spoke about notebook LM, how if a few prompts, something wonderful comes out. We've all experienced that. We even worship these AI tools, which is fine, right? But what is really, really lacking is to articulate the human dimension, to articulate what is the process when we are using AI tools, the human process in our thinking, because it's these human skills that will keep us relevant. And so that we can then build thinking enterprises, not just using AI tools, but our intelligence informing the AI's intelligence. So we always talk about we all need to learn to prompt, right? But I also think that we need to prompt to learn. There is a there is a um, reinforcing loop, right? Where human intelligence together with artificial intelligence coming together to create thinking enterprises. And the third thing that we need is probably about the need to upskill and to upskill fast, right? So this is something that we have been talking about. We are constantly being drummed this message on LinkedIn posts, on the on what the ministers and the government talks about, right? We all recognize that, but the challenge is, how do we learn when we are constantly not having enough time, when we're constantly pulled in many directions, when everything is just being thrown at us, and we are needing to figure out a path, right? So the we all say that, oh, we need to have growth mindset, growth mindset, growth mindset. We all know that, right? So I can say that, yes, I have growth mindset. I believe that uh, our efforts will help us to grow, right? So I will ask you a question. Do you believe that exercise is good? And most people will say, yes, I believe exercise is good, right? And then I ask the next question. So how often do you exercise? And then there's oftentimes embarrassed giggle. Like, we believe that it's good. Exercise is good. We believe that learning is good. But whether we actually do it is a separate question, right? So growth mindset alone is not enough. We need to power our growth mindset with learning strategies. And that's where this whole work of learning agility comes in. So with all of these, right, we're helping to build whole teams, helping to build the thinking enterprise and agile learning teams. This is where we can then thrive in the future of work. So with this, I want to share with you what we do in the Flame Center. So this is our recent playbook that we created for 2026, and it's just off the off the stove, so to speak, right? So our purpose here is really to partner with purpose-driven organizations to develop uniquely human capabilities, right, for a better world, really, a world that we want for ourselves, a world that we want for our children. I mean, I wouldn't want my children to be having an AI as companions, or having AI as their manager, right? So right now we are really in need to think about how are we shaping the world for ourselves, our teams, our organizations, and subsequently our children. So that's what we at Flame Center, we are very passionate about, right? And in order to do this work, maybe these are the solutions, right? Our learning pathway. So our learning pathways, we work with organizations on the individual level to inspire the self. So that's where the whole person, whole leader work comes in. Recently, we work with entire teams to give them a common language on how they can support one another to be whole, so that they can thrive and they can achieve, right? And then we also work with organizations, with their people and their leaders, to build learning teams and learning cultures, and how to be agile learners, right? And the latest workshop that we have is around thinking skills in an AI world, right? Because we know that we all need to use AI tools, but it's not just about critical thinking. From my research with expert AI users in the past year, we have identified a thinking framework. We call it the BRAIN framework. a thinking framework to help people partner with AI so that we have collectively we pull together our intelligence, right? So this is the area of work that I specialize in. In my team, we also there are other people who specialize in other areas of work. So this is Flame Center's learning pathway, which I won't go through in all of it. But I just want to end off by saying that our brand promise, right? What do we seek to do? We seek to build trusted partnerships. 75% of our clients are repeat clients. And we have clients that work with us from long term, like 5, 6 years every year. And we also have our client promoter score, right? As we know, client promoter score 8, 9, 10 is like they will definitely refer us. So we're very proud of this score. And the second brand promise is we do our work. We partner with organizations with our thought leadership. Every of our workshop, every of our all of these workshops has a book behind it. So whether it's the research or learning agility, so this came out from my PhD research, and it led to a article on MIT Sloan Management Review, an article on how to build continuous agile learners, right? And also articles on Association for Talent Development based in the US, how learning and development professionals can capitalize on learning agility for their career growth, right? So these are some of the thought leadership that differentiates our work. And the third one is what we call transformative learning. So transformative, I mean, we all know, right, that it's not just a 1 day, 2 day workshop. It's what happens before and after the workshop. So we work very hard on what happens after the workshop, helping people to apply their skills. So this is a tool on how the impact. Oh, this is a little bit hard to navigate. So, but basically the impact on our work after. So how does that translate to business outcomes, right? And this over here is the growth in their skills. So before and after coming to their workshop. So you see that in all of these examples, we see that people rate that their skills have improved after attending the workshop. We usually rate them like 1 to 3 months after. And also it has led to some change in their business outcomes, right? And these are just what others have said about our work, and all this in the public sources in LinkedIn. And we do this work together with a pool of highly experienced facilitators in Singapore, in Asia, and as well as our international affiliates. Yeah, so I think this is what I have to share for now. And I just want to say, if any of this work is you're curious about it, feel free to get in touch with me. This is my email, my mobile number, and connect on LinkedIn. So thank you very much. And back to you, Hilma.